would you do if you had nowhere to sleep tonight? No bed, no home, no safe place to go. Today we're going to discuss how Finland has addressed homeless housing. On various social media platforms such as X, YouTube, and Instagram, Finland's Housing First initiative has grown very popular. Users online usually see informative videos with captions such as "Finland ended homelessness." One video about how Finland has addressed homeless housing has around 3.5 million views on YouTube. The reason these videos spread so widely is because many countries continue to struggle with homelessness, especially in large cities. Because of this, Finland's approach has gained international attention and is often discussed in debates about how governments should respond to housing insecurity. So, what is Finland's Housing First initiative? It was created in the early 2000s and is based on the idea that housing is a basic human right that everyone in Finland should have, even if homeless people struggle with things like alcohol addiction or substance abuse. This initiative ensures that every homeless person gets a house. This initiative also ensures that less homeless people are staying in shelters, hostels, and temporary houses. According to Housing First Europe, the amount of homeless people living in hostels or boarding houses has reduced by 78% from 2008 to 2017. There are many benefits to the program that Finland has established in their government. One of the benefits is this initiative has proven to be more cost-effective than dealing with homelessness, instead of using crisis services. Another benefit is giving stable housing to homeless people has significantly reduced substance misuse, crime rates, encourages employment, and helps their mental health. Next is a clip from someone who's experienced the benefits of Finland's Housing First initiative.
In America, people don't want to give housing to homeless people. What would you say to them?
No kyllä se pelastaa. She would say that it saved her life and it will save others' lives too. And so that's why Housing First is so great, because otherwise she might be dead.
Research has also shown how the program reduces long-term strain on emergency services. When people experiencing homelessness are given permanent housing, they're less likely to rely on emergency healthcare, police services, or temporary shelters. Because of this, Finnish governments found that investing in housing can actually save public money in the long run. Even though Finland's strategy to combat homelessness has become very popular online, homelessness is still prevalent in our local communities such as London. Many homeless people in London don't have access to permanent housing, which differs drastically from Finland's Housing First initiative. Many people have praised Finland's housing initiative on social media, saying that it set the golden standard. This chart shows how while other European countries have seen rising rates of homelessness, Finland is one of the only countries which has seen a decrease. In cities like London, homelessness policies often rely more heavily on temporary shelters, short-term accommodations, and emergency responses. While these services provide immediate relief, they do not always provide long-term stability. For example, Big Issue cites that Finland's strategy on addressing homelessness is more holistic than the UK because the Finland government gives housing to people regardless on how long they've been homeless. Additionally, this magazine explains that Finland is more remote and has a smaller population, which allows for more housing to be given to the homeless people compared to the UK. Furthermore, the higher cost of living has amplified the problem of homelessness in London. According to the London Council, the cost of temporary accommodations has risen by 75% in the last 5 years. The higher costs of living are attributed to higher inflation and the lack of political stability from Brexit, COVID-19, and the Russia and Ukraine war. For instance, the King's College policy paper cites that inflation has peaked at 11.1% in October 2022, which is the highest it's been in the last 40 years. Rising inflation can be linked to labor costs, higher prices for household bills. The London borough which faces the crisis of homelessness the most is Westminster, which makes up more than 20% of London's population. This is because the specific borough has the least affordable housing accessible for all citizens of London. Homelessness in London is still very much a problem. According to the Combined Homelessness and Information Network, around 13,231 people were reported sleeping rough in London between April 2024 and March 2025. This has increased 10% from the last year and increased 63% in the last decade. Compared to Finland's Housing First strategy, which focuses on providing permanent housing immediately, many people in London are still on temporary shelters or emergency support instead of a stable location. All in all, Finland's Housing First initiative has shown addressing homelessness differently than other countries can make a powerful approach.